All right. Is that working? It is working. Good. Good morning, everybody. Soul Commodore back here. Morning, D. Yeah. I mean, I don't like them either, but what are you gonna do? But welcome back, everybody. Soul Commodore here, and we're back working on this piece. We're almost done this piece, actually, because again, the only part of this piece that I was going to abstract at all was this area here, and we've done a good amount of that. Let me set up this other light so we can get a little bit more light on the canvas. So you can see a little bit more of the abstraction that I'm talking about. But I hope you all are having a good day today. Whatever time of day it might happen to be for you. Okay. This is going to be a little too bright at the beginning, but I am going to change the temperature of the light and the intensity of it. Yeah, it's a little better. There we go. Looks so different from the last time you popped in. Yeah. We've done a little bit more work to it. So we've got this little window here that we added. So let me bring this in. There we go. So yeah, we've got another window with you see like the exit sign. Because I did want these stairs leading up to nothing, but I also thought it'd be cool to put a little extra room in there just to see what would happen, and I liked the result, so I decided to keep it. But yeah, what happens if I turn this light away? You just kind of end up getting the light from the room itself. So. Honestly, the hardest thing about doing work like this is figuring out lighting, especially with a piece this dark. Just to try and get it to look as good as it can. But anyway, we're going to continue doing a little bit of abstraction in this area, and then once that's done, this piece will be done. We'll sign it, and then we're going to start something new. So, without further ado. Let me get my palette together, and let me get my palette knife. You'll show me an abstraction. All right, I look forward to that. How's it going, Zell? How you feeling? How you doing? Come on. There we go. Doing okay? That's good. That's good. I hope you're trying to kick the flu. Yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to kick it sooner rather than later, because I know you've been dealing with that for a bit. Yeah, the flu is no fun. Okay, we'll get our rag together too, and we'll get a little black. There we go. All right, and palette knife. And let's get this together. Actually, I'm going to back the camera up just a tad. There we go. And here we go. Get some white together, a little bit of black. And here we go. Gonna add a little bit of red to that to match what's going on in that window. True, true. The only thing you can really do is focus on getting better with the flu, because it's not like other illnesses where you can really take something for it. You just kind of gotta ride it out, unfortunately. I do appreciate you, even though you're not feeling the best, still dropping by to say hello. So I've noticed the last couple of days, well, not just the last couple of days, I've known this about myself for a while, but I really enjoy watching people experience all sorts of things for the first time, right? Like, I love reaction videos, like true reaction videos, like someone reacting to a music video for the first time or a piece of music. You know, I love that stuff, right? I have always loved that kind of stuff. I love watching people play through, like, say, Breath of the Wild for the first time, you know? Like, I'm watching some people right now playing through it for the first time, and it's a treat. Especially when they do stuff that you wouldn't even think of trying yourself, right? Like Zell here, Zell's playing through it for the first time, and he's done things that I never would have thought of doing my first playthrough. I'm watching another person that I've rated before, J.R. Burbs. They're going through the game for the first time, you know. They basically brute forced their way through a puzzle yesterday. That was like, I don't know how you pulled that off, but kudos to you, because that's not the easiest puzzle to brute force your way through. Exactly, Zoe. Like actually killing a Lionel. Exactly. Um, but another thing that I like is when people experience music for the first time. And there is a channel. I forget the name of the channel, but basically it's a old, not even old. Like he's probably like in his 30s, maybe late 30s, but still 30s. But it's this rocker dude who is listening to hip hop albums for the first time, and he has been reacting to Good Kid, Mad City and To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick Lamar, and it's just been incredible watching his insights into what he thinks the narrative is and what he thinks is going on, and also like how he's fairly accurate some of the time. Like some of the vernacular, some of the stuff like he doesn't get right away, but he gets the emotion behind the songs, right? Which is, I think, the best part of it. And to watch him like react, watch him like, you know, laugh at what's going on in some of the things, like some of the skits on Good Kid, Mad City, and then also watching him get emotional about it too, you know. And I guess what makes it fun is, you know, gauging their reaction to your own reactions to these things for the first time, right? Like, I'll never forget the first time I listened to Good Kid, Mad City and listened to the song Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst, and realizing that the first verse, Kendrick is taking on the persona of the brother of the dude who was killed on the skit leading into the track, right? And then the second verse, he's taking on the persona of the sister of a prostitute that he grew up with on a track called Keisha's Song from his previous album, right? And then in the third verse, like, Kendrick raps a line that, you know, basically the whole thing is basically him saying, like, you know, sing about me after I'm gone. Like the chorus is like, when the lights shut off and it's my turn to settle down, my main concern, promise that you will sing about me, right? And the final, because that's the first part of the song. The second part of the song is called Dying of Thirst, which is a totally different tone, a totally different meaning. Still is important in my eyes, but still it's a different. It's different from the first part of the song. Anyway, the final two lines of "Sing About Me," Kendrick says, "Fighting for your rights, even when you're wrong, and hope that at least one of you sing about me when I'm gone," which is the whole point to that first part of the song. And this happened to resonate with this guy, specifically in the context, I believe, because like he has a son, right? And the whole idea of carrying on a legacy and making sure that, you know, you do right by those who come after you. And that line also resonates with me because that's always my, I guess, partly being an artist and partly, you know, the way that I carry myself, you know. I just hope that, you know, somebody remembers me, and, you know, they might tell some lies on me and all that when I'm gone, but I hope that, you know, people remember me fondly, and that I do things that people will remember me fondly for, and that I'm leaving them and the world at large, I guess, in a better spot than they were before me, you know. So, I don't know why that's on my mind. Maybe because it's Sunday or something. Yo, Jake from the Woods, welcome in. How are you? How is Pokemon treating you? But yeah, that line has always, like, there's a couple of things that I would get tattooed on me. Like, there's the Robert Frost poem, stopping by the woods on a... Well, thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. But stopping by the woods on a snowy evening, I think the title of the poem is called. But the final stanza, like I would get that tattooed on myself. Like, the woods are lovely, dark and deep. But I've got promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. You know, because that's also kind of how I carry myself. You know, like, this is lovely, but I've got stuff to do. Like, I've got things to do. So I'm gonna keep on going, you know. As much as I would love to stop for a second. You already tell lies on me. Yes, Jake, that poem is great as well. That poem is great as well. So I would get that tattooed on me. I would get, because my mom loved this book and she would always read it to us, I would get my mom's thumbprint tattooed on me, and then around it I would put that Robert Munch book, I'll Love You Forever, I'll Like You for Always, because, you know, she loved that book. But I would also get that Fighting for Your Rights Even When You're Wrong, and hope that at least one of you sing about me when I'm gone, right? Either that, or when the lights shut off and it's my turn to settle down, my main concern, promise that you will sing about me, right? It's stuff like that, like I don't know. It just speaks to me. But yeah, Jake, two roads diverge in a wood, and I took the one less traveled. That's a great poem as well. But yes, Zell, I do appreciate that you tell lies on me already, because I think that's fun. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good, actually. Now I'm just going to take a step back and see if there's anything else we're going to do to this piece, at least right now. And I'm thinking, not really. I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. Well, actually, I just thought of something. Never mind. I do want to put a little more black along this line, just to kind of shadow where the actual line of the top of the building is, right? You know. So we're just going to add a little bit more black along that line, just to kind of highlight it. In terms of the track listing of Good Kid, Mad City, Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst is toward the end of the album, but you know how you're listening to an album and you just know instantly when you hear it, like, okay, this is my favorite song on the album. This might be the best song on the album. For me, that was Sing About Me, I'm Dying of Thirst on Good Kid, Mad City. Like, the instant that first verse ended, I was like, okay, this is if it's not the best song on the album, this is my favorite song on the album, like, bar none. There we go. So, that did a little bit more. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. Okay. Let's try not to put my hand in the stuff we just painted, shall we? All right, so I'm going to back this out, and then I'm going to give you all a look at the piece. Oop, wrong direction. There we go. So I'm going to bring my computer with me. This one will be a little bit easier than the last one to get the entire piece in, because it is a fair amount smaller. But there we go. I wish there wasn't so much glare coming off of the light from the left side. Actually, let me see if I can fix that. Bear with me. I'm going to try and see if I can solve that. It might make things too dark, but you never know till you try, right? You never know till you try. Okay. There it is. I'm just going to try and put a screen in front of this light to kind of kill it a little bit, you know? And if it makes things too dark, then that's fine. But we'll find out. Ah. You know, just kind of filter the light a little bit. Because sometimes I do this to take pictures of the pieces. All right. Here we go. Now let's try this. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That's more of the tone that I want in the piece anyway. There we go. So that's our piece as a whole. Well, almost a whole. I still got to sign it. Yeah. I really like how that turned out. Really like how that turned out. Okay. So we'll put that up. Yeah, you can see the abstraction a lot better with this filter over the light. Okay. Now, where is my Sharpie? That is the question. I know it's down here somewhere. The question is where. Where? And I use a Sharpie because, to be honest, I'm not that good at painting my signature. If I can't find it in due time, I'll just sign it with my white charcoal pencil for the time being. I just like using the Sharpie because it's a little bit more permanent than a white charcoal pencil. Because I did an experiment once where I signed with a white charcoal pencil and then I sprayed fixative on the painting. Because fixative cures charcoal so that you can't wipe it off. And all it did was it just messed up the paint. So thankfully I didn't do that on... Oh wait, no, I did do that on a painting that I had finished, but it was just a little corner of it, so it was really easy to paint over and fix. But I'd still rather not do that again. Where did my Sharpie go? just sign it with this for now. That is kind of annoying though. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to come about here and here. So we'll sign it here. I'm going to sign this later with the charcoal pencil, or with the Sharpie once I find it. But 2022 01 30. There we go. All right. There we go. That's another one in the books. Okay, so next course of action, now that we're done this painting, is I'm going to take down this filter. Well, makeshift filter. Okay, that's quite a bit brighter. All right, so next course of action is I'm going to take this painting down, and then I'm going to put a new canvas up, and we're going to start something a little different. Same concept, because I'm still putting stuff together for that show that I'm presenting to the curator at the Station Gallery. That won't be until February, so we're going to be doing a number of these paintings. But this one is going to be a little bit different in terms of the scene that's presented. So everybody, Jake, if you're still here, you better manifest summer. Everybody get your swim trunks and get your suntan lotion. I guess it's sunscreen lotion because you're not supposed to tan. It's a little bit bad for your skin. But yeah, everybody get your swimming gear together, some goggles, some snorkels, some flippers. Does this piece have does it have a leg? Yeah, right there. No, does it have a name? Not yet, not yet. I usually don't name my stuff until after I'm done. Like when I post it on Instagram and Facebook and my website, like it'll have a name by then, but I don't have a name yet. But it'll have a name. Like I've got a few things mulling around in my head, but it'll eventually get a name. You don't know why you type leg. But yeah, everybody get your swim stuff together, because in our next painting, we're going to be going to the beach. So I'm going to put up the Be Right Back screen while I get things swapped around, because, I mean, nobody wants to see that. Yeah, I will see you all in just a second. All right, we are back. Jake, where's your hat? You better find it. And that piece has a leg for sir. I agree, Zoe. There's a leg in there somewhere. All right, so we've got our new piece of canvas here. This one's gonna be a long one. So I'm just gonna pin this up. Make sure that it's in the frame. There we go. There's one. Where'd my other pin go? There it is. So I don't tend to talk much about sports on my streams, but just real quickly, for those of you who do follow specifically American football, one, who do you think is going to win the games today? You think the Chiefs or the Bengals are going to win the AFC Championship, and do you think it's going to be the you think it's going to be either the Rams or the... I know what Jake's answer is going to be to this, but do you think it would be the Rams or the 49ers who are going to win? Well, I should say I know what Jake wants to happen. I don't know if he has a beat on what will happen. And on top of that, do you think Brady's actually retiring? R-A-M-S, that's right. You know what I thought would never happen, D? I'm actually a little bit, being a Steelers fan, I am a little bit, I don't know if sad is the right word, but for lack of a better term, I'll just say sad. I'm a little more sad that Brady's retiring because I really don't, I'm feeling really good about the fact that I don't have to, like, tacitly root for Ben Roethlisberger anymore. Because I'm not all that comfortable with having... He was never convicted, but having a likely sex offender and sexual assaulter as your quarterback never really sat right with me when those allegations came out. I mean, it just kind of soured me on Big Ben. So I'm kind of glad, like, it's cool that he was a good quarterback for the Steelers, but yeah, I'm excited to see some new blood in QB. Yeah, like, just let's get something. Let's get somebody who's not like a piece of crap. You know, let's just do that, please. Yeah, I'm very glad that I don't have to root for Ben Roethlisberger anymore. And have to kind of deal with that whole, like, well, I mean, by rooting for the Steelers, am I, yeah, fresh start. But yeah, it'll be, the Steelers are in an interesting place now. But yeah, do y'all think Brady's actually, I hope to God that just to spite Adam Schefter and all the other media pundits, especially after what they did to him with Deflategate and Spygate and all the other gates that Tom Brady was involved in, I hope that he purposely leaked to somebody just to see who would leak it to Adam Schefter that he was retiring, and then he comes back and he's like, no, I'm not. I'm coming back. I think that would be amazing. But maybe that's just me. Okay. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a beach scene, so I hope y'all got your sunscreen, and y'all got your hats and sunglasses and a beach towel and some swimwear. I also hope y'all know how to swim. Well, you don't need to know how to swim to go to the beach. You can just stay on the beach. Or stay in the shallow part. I do think he just wanted to get another Super Bowl win to rub it in the Pats' face after getting bumped out. He's like, all right, I'm good. Yeah, you know what? That's fair too. I must say, once again, I was not a Tom Brady fan for years and years because, and Jake from the Woods can attest to this, I thought that, not that it's really any of my business, because it's not any of my business, because I'm not any of these people involved. But for years, I thought that he cheated on Bridget Moynihan with Gisele Bündchen. And, you know, while Bridget was pregnant with their child. And then come to find out, no. They broke up. They broke up before they started dating. And Tom seems like a pretty good dad, actually. It's like, oh, okay, so I just hate Tom Brady because he's good then. Cool. That feels good. But then, as we were saying before, it turns out that I'm not really a Tom Brady hater. I'm a Patriots hater. I just don't like the Patriots. Because Tom winning the Super Bowl with the Bucks, that was actually pretty baller. Like, that was like, okay, all right. Also true, Ty. That's the equation. All right. So this convo is something. Yes. My apologies to those of you who aren't football fans. But yeah, my younger brother and I could talk about football all day. So we'll change the topic a little bit. Actually, while we're here, I do want to throw up the reference image that I'm going to be using, so bear with me while I search that up on my Google Drive. Alright, that'll be in daytime references. At least it better be, otherwise I'm in trouble. Okay, there's one beach scene, but that's not quite the one I was looking for. Ah, here's the ones I was looking for. Yeah, that's it. Okay. So, we're going to be painting in the sky. Sports ball, best sport. Oh no, Chataway. Yeah. What time is your stream, Ty? Because I may be able to go in there for some, but not all of it, unfortunately. But we're just gonna do what we usually do. Just paint in this sky. I think this brush might still be a little bit wet, which isn't great, but What are you gonna do? This is your stream. If you like sports and such, go ahead. Well, thank you, Zell. I do. I just I don't know. I want to engage with people more so than just talk about this. Well, I mean, that's most of the time I talk about stuff that people are engaged in anyway. But I think you know what I'm saying. I try to talk about everything. You know. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. My brain goes to sleep when I start painting, I guess. Anyway, we're just going to paint in the sky. This is a nice, soft blue. Can you see the map? Well, Trip. We're actually in the middle of creating the map, so you'll be able to see it soon. Hope you're having a good day so far, man. I hope you're having I guess it's night for you, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, like it's pretty late. So, I appreciate you stopping by. How are you? Zell, use the tenors. That is, yes, that's how you do it. That's how you do it, Jake. It's almost 1 a.m. Yeah, yeah. Well, I appreciate the lurk, and I appreciate you dropping by to say hi. So, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thanks for stopping in, brother. All right, D. We'll see you when you get back. Thank you for the lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Undecided, to be honest. Nothing scheduled. I had a bad toothache yesterday, so I had to cancel that one. So I'm gonna hop out on some point today. Okay, cool, cool. That's the stuff. Well, I'll keep an eye out for when you're streaming, because yeah, we got some stuff we got to do today too. So. Kidney Gamer, what's going on? Lurking while working. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for stopping in, leaving a lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. I appreciate it. I hope you have a good day at work. We're just starting a new piece today, so my old man self is looking for a nighttime job. Hey, that's fair enough. Like I always thought that I would be able to work like a night shift job. The only problem is, like, I would never ever get to see, like, even though we even live together now, like, I would never be able to see my girlfriend because she needs her sleep. I need less sleep, but she needs a good amount of sleep, so she would always be sleeping when I'm up, and that's, you know, that's not the best. Oh, bot, come on now. I don't need to buy followers. I've got all these people here that are here on their own volition and not because I sent them a check. Yes. Yeah, bots keep things fresh. Depending on the job, it could be good or bad. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that is fair. That is fair. There are definitely some night shift jobs that I wouldn't want to do. Like, I couldn't, like, I'm a night owl, but I would want something that's pretty, like, if I was going to do a night job, I would have to do something pretty engaging. Like, I couldn't, I don't think I could work, like, on an assembly line at night. Like, I'd do it if I needed to, but that's a little bit too monotonous. Lying about the money you paid me. I never lie, Zell. Lying to my viewers for the sake of a joke? Couldn't be me. That wasn't in the contract. You know what, Zoe? Let's take this conversation offline, and we will work that out. See, I'm hoping for like a desk job, maybe even be able to do things during the shift. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's definitely doable. Yeah, like that would be better. Especially because like I know there's a lot of jobs where you're technically not supposed to do stuff on work time. That's like your own stuff. But I mean, if there's no one around to check, you know, be extra baller if you could bring your own computer. My museum job was like that. There was obviously the computers at the museum, but I was allowed to bring in my own laptop, which was handy because what I would do while I was there too was I would do my schoolwork because I was doing like online classes at the time to finish my degree. So originally they didn't want me to be able to. They didn't want me bringing in my thing, but hey Jake, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thank you, sir. Ah, true. Yeah. That is fair enough. I'm not saying that this is what you're going for, but I do know that I've read a number of stories of people who work like night shift security work where it's not a patrol, or they have to patrol like once every couple of hours or something, like just do a quick round and then like they go back to their desk. But most of their patrol is like just watching a monitor, and plenty of them, a lot of them are like, I just bring in my Switch or my PSP and I just play. But some of them actually do work on side businesses and everything while they're there. So, yeah, that would be nice. All right. Now the question is, how much lower do I want to bring this? And based on my reference image, I actually want this down here to be a lot more white. So I think we'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately. But yeah, that seems to be the general options. You need a lot more white paint, actually. This is a good thing I bought more. Yeah, it really is unfortunate that those seem to be the only options for those types of jobs. That actually blended pretty well. I'm surprised. See, I'm kind of blocking that, but for over in this corner, I kind of need to block the camera because I can't really get the same thing out of doing that. Turn this away a bit. It's a little bright. There we go. It's a little better. That's not too bad. Like if I was like in charge of like a company, like if it was available, like I would love to set up a thing where like I don't really care what time of day you work, like as long as you get your work done and we're good by the end of the quarter or whatever, like if your optimal time to work is like, 3 a.m., like work then, right? And obviously I understand the logistical boundaries that would present. Because like if you needed to get a hold of someone for your work, like good luck getting a hold of them at 3 a.m. But I think that would be good for a lot of people. But I don't know. I just got a bunch of yellow in this. Now I gotta try and get this yellow out of this brush. Because I can't really wash it because it'll take forever to dry. So, maybe the best thing to do is just switch the brush. That might be the best option. It'll be a smaller brush, but where's my, there it is, my rag. Oh my goodness, it's 12 o'clock already. It's craziness. Jake from the Woods, I know you're lurking, but seeing as we're both 1990 babies, I saw something the other day that I told my girlfriend and made her uncomfortable, even though she's not a 1990 baby. She's born a few years after, but it made me laugh. Now I've got white paint all over myself. Cool. Oh well, that'll come out. That's fine. But get a load of this. Hope you're ready for this. We are closer to the year 2050 than we are to the year 1990. Which is just wild. Just absolutely wild. I mean, I understand that's how time works, but still, that's crazy. This brush is actually very soft. I kind of like it. I'm going to need some more blue though. I realize I haven't said this in a couple of streams, but I do appreciate all y'all who decide to come out and watch me. Whether that's watch me game or watch me do what we're doing right now. Just having fun making some mess on a canvas. I really do appreciate it. Because there's a whole bevy of things that you could be doing instead. But you choose to spend your time here, and I will always be grateful for that. Like I said, I think my next paycheck, it's time to invest in some new brushes. Now, it may just seem like I'm making a mess here, but I promise I know what I'm doing. Well, Zell, that's fair enough. I can't buy your trust like I bought your follow. So that is fair enough. My art always comes out as stick figures. True, true. One of these days, actually, I gotta. Truthfully, I have to do like a figure painting session with you all, where I practice figure painting, because I'm actually garbage at figure painting. Like painting people, full-on people, like I'm not good. And of course, the only way to get better at something is to practice it. So I need to practice more. So I figure one of these streams I'll bring you along with me while I practice getting better at painting people. That's the one thing I didn't pay enough attention to when I was in school. Sure you can, sure. Trust is $1,000. Yeah, that's steep, but trust is important. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth it. We could take that. We could take that chat offline as well. We'll hammer out the details. You know, we'll get a notary there, make it official. We'll work something out. You'll notice the canvas is starting to look like it's kind of buckling here. I just got to straighten it back out, but it's because this is very wet paint. Very wet paint. And a lot of it. So that's why the canvas is doing that. If I come over here, will you be able to see it better? maybe. Can't talk about anything live, damn. Hey. There are just some things that, you gotta keep above the treetops. To use some corpo speak. You can't have a bunch of people listening in when you're hammering out details of contracts and whatnot, It's just, it's not good business practice. Having your business out in the open like that. Okay, this water's coming together. Get some more sports talk? I pretty much exhausted my sports talk. Because really there's plenty of basketball going on, but, there's still plenty of basketball season left, so... I'm interested in if any of you have played the new Pokemon. What you guys are interested in, like what you like about the game, what you don't like. Because I've seen a lot of good reviews, and I've also seen some more negative ones. So I'm interested if y'all have any takes, what they are. Also, if you could tell me whether it's pronounced Arceus or Arceus, that too, because that I have no idea. I don't have a clue. I've been saying Arceus, and I feel like I've been wrong. So, feel free to correct me on that as well. It's Arkansas. All right. Good. Good. Thank you, Trip. Thank you, Trip. I appreciate it. Pokemon Legends Arkansas. That is a very weird demographic that they're going for, but I'll allow it. You're the second, so you say Arceus, but it's probably Arceus. Well, it's probably Arceus, to be honest. Who knows? There ought to be a guide as to how to pronounce Pokemon names. Because I've been pronouncing like watching Jake from the Woods playthroughs, like the squirrel Pokemon Squavit. I've always pronounced it Squovit. Razorbacks. Cinderace, Cinderace, yes. Am I using a vinyl for a palette? In fact, I am, Trip. I use vinyls for all my palettes because when I was in university, they wanted us to buy palettes at the university bookstore. And those palettes were like 15, 16 bucks. Just ridiculous. And you know, you can get like, there are palettes that are better, like glass palettes are actually really good for like oil and stuff. But for what I was using, like I wasn't going to spend 15 bucks. And I noticed that a vinyl record makes for a wonderful palette. This is one of, like, I think I've got like, I've been through like 7 or 8 or so. Like here's a retired one. This is a retired one. Oh, don't worry, Trip. These are vinyls that I would never ever listen to. And I mean, it sucks because like someone will listen to them, right? But for me, like I wasn't ever gonna listen to these albums. So like this one, I think was like a disco album, but all of the songs on that I liked, I already have the albums that the disco songs are on. Like it was just a collection of disco songs, right? But I have like the album that the songs were on. Like all the individual albums, so it's like whatever. Like I'll just listen to them on there, or I'll listen to them on my phone, you know, because I have the album on there too. This, I mean, no disrespect to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir, but I'm not listening to the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Like if I listen to gospel music, it'll be like gospel music. It'll be like, you know, like the Winans, or BB and CC, or Andre Crouch, or Kirk Franklin, or something like that. It's not going to be the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. So, yeah. These vinyls are getting a second use out of life that is more purposeful to me than their intended purpose. And the only reason that I retire them is because, like, when I'm doing my abstract stuff, right, it helps to have, like, a flat part of the canvas to actually scrape the palette knife on. But these don't really have any flat surfaces anymore. So I'll... Yeah. When this series is done, I'll probably, like, take these out of retirement and start using them just as mixing palettes again. But for now... Dropping this palette actually reminded me that I dropped a pin on the floor earlier, but I have no idea where it went. So I got to keep an eye out for that. Speaking of dropping pins on the floor, when I was in university as well, university was very eventful for me, clearly. My room was carpeted. And I remember one time, in the corner of my room near my desk, I dropped a tin of clear push pins. I stepped on a tack. I stepped on one of those pins like 7 times in 1 month because I thought I had gotten them all and I didn't. Well, I mean, who's to say that I won't? Who's to say that I won't, D? Actually, like, I've got all of them. So I probably will at some point. Just, you know, sculptural installation pieces aren't really my focal point right now, so. But one day I probably will. You know, I'll have them like on the lead into the gallery. You know, these are all the records that sacrificed themselves so that I can make this work. Sell them on eBay slightly used. Hey Ulrich, how you doing? How you doing? Is the last piece finished? Yes, actually, I've got it right here. So I'll just hold it up for you. I'm glad that you liked it. Let me just put this down real quick, and I'll show you. Because yeah, we just finished that piece to start when we started this stream. Come on. Don't mind the wrinkles in it. Those will come out once I stretch it. But so we added another window down here with a nice little exit sign. And I might touch that up a little bit, like put a little bit of red highlight on the outside. But and we're just coming across here. And we got my nice little signature there. But yeah, that's this is it. You think this is your favorite so far? You love the moon? Well, thank you, thank you. This is definitely for me one of the highlights of the piece so far, of the show so far that I'm putting together. But thank you. I'm glad that you like it. And now we're thanks, Trip. And now we're working on a beach scene. We're just kind of getting our water together. Don't worry, Trip. I was picking up what you were putting down. Also, Ty, don't think I didn't notice that because we're hoarders. I will have you know that moving up here and having very limited space has made me much less of a hoarder than I used to be. Now I throw all sorts of stuff away. Because, D, you remember my first apartment when I moved up here because you helped me move in. Like, you came up and helped me move. Like, there was no room in there. Oh, hello. Hello, Moni. How are you? How are you? Do you ever do portraits or only landscape? Oh, I do portraits. I think the piece we did 2 pieces back. Because we did this night piece and then we did the big cloud thing that was 6x4. The piece before that was portrait. Yeah. What are we painting today? We're doing a beach scene. So right now we're just laying down the sky and trying to get this haze in here where the horizon line is and it's kind of hidden. And then right now we're just kind of working on the water. Yeah, D, teeny tiny. Same with your old bachelor. Yeah, 500 square feet. Yeah, it wasn't big. I'm good. I'm doing well. This week was good. The start of the week I was a little bit under the weather. Just had a little bit of a cold. A bit of a sore throat, but now we're all good. Now we're back to normal. Yeah, so the next piece, Trip, will probably be portrait, to be honest. I do more landscapes than I do portraits, and some of them are square too. Like, I don't know if you all remember this piece that we did on stream a while back, but like this one that I have right here, this one's square. And I do like square pieces too. But this one's all nice and square. So. But I would say the vast majority of my pieces are landscape. just because I don't know, I find it freer to go like this way than up and down. I guess I don't know if that makes any sense. Oh, thank you, Trip. I'm actually going to take just a quick like minute break or so, just to grab a drink of water, relax my hand for a minute, and then we will be back and we'll continue sort of laying down the basis for this painting. So we will be right back, like a minute tops. Oh, you're heading out to lurk again, so have fun. Well, thank you, Trip. Thank you for joining in again. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I always feel like somebody's watching me. All right, have a good one, Trip. And we will see all of you in just a minute or so. Y'all, I almost had a heart attack. I almost dropped my entire thing of paint water on my Switch. That was scary for a second. Yeah, have a good night, Trip. Hey, Ellis, how are you doing? How you doing? Also, Moni, how was your week? How was your week? It happens, yeah. Thankfully, it didn't happen. Like, there was a tiny little drop of water that landed on one of the Joy-Cons, but that was easy. The Switch doesn't need paint water. Don't dump water on your Switch. Thank you. Thank you. That is important information. Whew. That was close. Whew-wee. Man, oh man. But yeah, Ellis, I hope you're doing well. And Moni, I hope you had a good week too. I hope everybody's had a good week so far. As we are starting on a new week. Went by so fast, but good news. I made affiliate. Hey, congratulations. Congratulations. That's awesome. That's awesome. How does it feel? How does it feel? Starting laundry in a few. May have to go lurking randomly. Hey, that's fine. Just let me know when you're lurking, because you get a little song, you get a little ditty when you go to lurk. Doing well. Wish your weekend was 3 or 4 days long and not yeah. Same. I would love a 4-day work week, but thank you for lurking. Thank you for lurking, Ellis. I always feel like somebody's watching me. That wasn't my best rendition, but thank you for lurking. I do appreciate it. Have fun doing laundry. Yeah, it is overwhelming at first, isn't it? Like doing that questionnaire and putting in all that stuff. It's kind of daunting at first, but it's worth it. Like it's a great thing. So congratulations. That's awesome. Actually, funny thing about that, because that was actually Michael Jackson on the chorus. Because the singer, his name is Rockwell, but he is Berry Gordy's son. Now, Berry Gordy was the head of Motown, and was responsible for the Jackson 5 getting a record. Like, he gave the Jackson 5 a record contract, right? So his son actually grew up with like the Jacksons. Because his son, I think, is a couple of years older than Michael. So his son, Rockwell, was putting the song together. And Berry Gordy, I told this story a couple of streams ago, I think. Berry Gordy didn't want to release the song. You're welcome, Moni. Yeah, so Berry Gordy didn't want to release the song because his son played the demo and he was like, that's not that great a song. So he was over at Michael Jackson's house. Because again, they grew up together and they knew each other. And he played the demo for Michael. Because he was planning on just recording it himself and like doing it independently. And Michael was like, yo, that's great. And like got some of his siblings in and was like, who you got singing it? Like, who's going to do the chorus? And Rockwell was like, I don't know. So Michael was like, well, I'll do it. And so Rockwell actually released the song without his dad knowing. He released it on Motown, but his dad didn't know. And then his dad heard it and was like, wow, that actually turned out to be a pretty good song. So yeah, little trivia for you there. Yeah. I feel like you could have put more into the feeling to the singing. Well, the next time I'll make it count. Oh shoot, I have to stream today to get my 7 stream day milestone. Well, I mean, it does reset, so no worries about it. Here's revenge. Now I've got my Sharona stuck in my head. Thank you, Moni. I appreciate that. Ulrich, thank you for the lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. There you go. Not only did I put more feeling into it, I changed the key. We were in a different key for that one. Okay. I think this water's coming together pretty nicely. Thank you, Ulrich. I appreciate that. Yellow Submarine. That reminds me. I think my girlfriend and I are going to watch the second episode of Get Back today. Because I've really been enjoying that documentary so far. Well, thank you, Moni. But going back to what you were saying before, yeah, like affiliate can be pretty daunting at first. But the one thing that I don't particularly enjoy about being affiliate is just you have to run ads. Because like I've never been a fan of ads on the internet, but you do what you got to do. I advise everybody when they're watching my stream to put on an ad block. Some kind of ad blocker so that you don't got to see them. But, different strokes. Just need a little bit more yellow because somewhere some black paint got in with the white and blue that I was using. So did I say yellow? We're putting more white on the canvas. So. Now this is just the first layer of water that we're doing. I'm probably going to do like multiple passes of this and probably multiple passes of the sky, just to shore everything up. But D. Guys, you have no idea how good a singer he is when he's actually trying his. I will downplay that comment because that's not true. Thank you, bro. But I've always said one of these days I'm gonna do a stream where, because I really do like lo-fi beats. I really do enjoy lo-fi beats, but one of these streams, I'm going to do it a straight, because the stream will get blocked, but it's going to be a one-off painting that will get done in one session where I actually listen to the music that I have on my phone. It's all different genres, but it's mostly like R&B, like old school R&B and all that kind of stuff. And the video will immediately get taken. Like, I won't be able to post it anywhere. The entire thing will be muted because it'll all be copyrighted music. Because I listen to music, or I listen to podcasts when I'm painting usually. And nobody wants to listen to podcasts, even though I think they're good podcasts. But anyway, like, nobody wants to watch a stream that's just podcasts, other people's podcasts and not mine, right? Because I don't have a podcast. Anyway, when I do that music stream, you'll probably hear me like singing along to some of this stuff. But what podcast do I listen to? There's a number of them. Basically, like any true crime podcast are my favorites. Like, I love like, there was a series about the Atlanta Monster that became like a series about the Zodiac, and then they did the DC Sniper, and now they're doing a one about MLK, which I have to listen to. There's a bunch of other ones, like there's Murder in Illinois, Murder in Indiana, that I'm making my way through. I really enjoy the Rich Eisen show, which it's a sports thing. And same with Around the NFL. The Around the NFL podcast is amazing. I love the Criminal podcast with Phoebe Judge. I love the Lore podcast with Aaron Menke. I love, one of my favorites is Behind the Bastards. Robert Evans, who is a journalist, used to write for crack.com, and then did like independent like war journalism, and now he does a podcast about just the worst people in all of history. And it's great. That's right. Yes. Although, don't sell yourself short, because like those musicals that you did, you were singing a lot more than just third bass. So. Also, you can like when you were in your bands, you had that nice like screamo voice, that I can't do. So, don't sell yourself short. But yeah, I love basically crime podcasts. I love mystery podcasts, and then like a couple of different sports podcasts that I listen to. Behind the Bastards, Criminal. Like I said, it's oh, there's a really good one about music called Dissect. I love the Dissect podcast. Actually, it'll be nice because it'll kind of circle around to what we were talking about before. Like, to start the podcast, the Dissect podcast actually dissected Kendrick Lamar's. What did he dissect? He dissected To Pimp a Butterfly, and he dissected Damn. And it was really, really interesting. He's dissected other albums too, but those are the two main ones that I've listened to, and they're really great. Yeah, it is nice having supportive siblings. It's a blessing that unfortunately not everyone has. but you know, I've been blessed. All right, what time is it? 12:42. Okay, we still got some time. Oh, actually, this will be a nice tip for anybody again who might be interested in working in acrylic. So I got some nice acrylic paint on my shirt, some nice white, so it really stands out. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to soak this part of the shirt in rubbing alcohol. Probably not for like too. Well, I mean, I can soak it for as long as I want to, but like rubbing alcohol will eventually dry and then it'll be useless, right? So I'll let it soak for a couple of minutes and then I'll start like rubbing out the paint, because acrylic paint is just plastic and rubbing alcohol will break down this type of plastic. So yeah, it's actually pretty easy to get acrylic paint out of clothing and any sort of fabric. You're back. What's on the docket? Well, welcome back. Again, we're still just doing multiple passes of the sky and the water to get it exactly the way I want it to look. Did you guys used to use your dad's old shirts for painting? Actually, no. I used to paint much nicer clothes. Well, I mean, if you've seen some of the things, like I'm wearing just regular old sweaters, like just nice sweaters, and well, I don't know if they're nice, but just, you know, my regular everyday wear. Sometimes I'll wear like the regular pants that I wear. I'm just wearing track pants today. But that's because like I know how to get paint out of these clothes without it staining or anything. So actually, yeah, no. When we were kids, like we didn't actually paint all that much. Like I was much more into drawing. Yeah, like I can maybe, like when I was a kid, I can count maybe on one hand the number of times that we actually like painted stuff. Even like the little kitty watercolors. Like, you know, like you get like the little kitty watercolor kit, you know, that's like 6 colors. So, do I come from an artistic family? My mom was very, very good at painting. She never gave herself enough credit, but she was very good at painting. My dad is not visually artistic whatsoever. He actually does like doing the adult coloring books now, but he was not he is not a visual artist, but he is a fantastic writer, and he's a fantastic singer, and he's very good at percussion. And then my older brother is good at singing. He's very good at drawing. Extremely good. Like, I hope one day he gets back into it. But right now he's doing a lot of woodwork. He's also a multi-instrumentalist. Plays piano, saxophone. You know, my younger brother, who's in the chat, again, very good artistically in terms of the musical arts. Multi-instrumentalist, vocalist. And then my younger sister is also she does more visual arts, but she's also very much into music. Like she's actually released songs on Spotify. Very talented with the ukulele. Writes her own songs, you know. So, and me, I just draw and paint things and sing a little bit. At one point I did play a little bit of piano just by ear, but I kind of like morphed into like just doing singing and then just focusing on the visual arts. But I've been doing this since I was like a little kid. Not so much painting, but just like doing the visual arts. Like that's always been my big thing. Maybe it's a British thing. We used to take Dad's old shirt to school and wear it back. Oh! Yeah, I'm not sure that we ever wore our dad's clothing, but we definitely like wore like old shirts to school if we knew we were going to mess around there. So, I see what you mean now. yeah, for school, I'm sure that we wore like older clothing, just not necessarily my dad's clothes. There's a little bit of paint that dried up there. But yeah, it was, for the rest of this stream, I'm probably just going to be working on getting this this water down, and then we're going to do the sky the next time, like do another pass of the sky. But the docket for the rest of the day is I'm going to raid somebody, and then my girlfriend and I are going to watch the second episode of Get Back, and then I'm probably going to watch some playoff football. So pretty low key day, but it'll be good, I think. Well, I'm glad that you made it your way here. And I am very appreciative of all of y'all who decide to come out and just watch me just mess around on a canvas. Have some fun, just making a mess. I'm going to see if I can raid another artist who's on. Sundays are always a crapshoot, though, because that seems to be, and rightfully so, I mean, it seems to be a lot of people's day off from streaming, but we'll see if we can find somebody. There might be someone who I follow already, or, you know. Okay, that's looking pretty okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This particular song always reminds me of some of the music in this video game called Lisa the Painful. Like particularly like that horn sound in the back. That's a bleak game. That is a. If you want a game that makes you feel good about things, do not play Lisa the Painful. Or for that matter, Lisa the Joyful. Does it cause you any problems not stretching the canvas before painting? No, actually. So I did kind of worry about that the first time I did it, because it's like, oh, is it going to stretch the paint or anything like that? But what I found is that it doesn't. And then I watched some videos of like some art conservators who work at like museums and such, and they actually will take the canvas off of a stretcher and then replace the stretcher and then stretch the painting again. As long as you're careful with it, and like, you don't always have to do this. Like, I don't always do it. Again, do as I say, not as I do. It's probably a good idea to like lay down like a sheet or something on the ground. And then you put the canvas on top of that, and then you stretch it on top of the blanket or the sheet. But no, it doesn't hurt the painting as long as you're careful with it. It doesn't hurt the painting at all. And the reason I do this is because, well, one, I don't have an easel. I used to have an easel, but between one of my moves, between one of my apartments, it just snapped in half. So I don't use it anymore. But this allows me the freedom to like kind of cut a piece of canvas as large as I want it to be. And then when I'm done with it, if I don't have the wood right away to like build a stretcher and actually stretch it, I can just roll this up and put it in a corner. And then when I finally get the wood together, I can unroll it and then stretch it then. Gonna go get ready for your stream. Gonna lurk. Have a good rest of your stream. Stoked to see where this painting goes. Well, thank you, bro. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck with your stream. I'll probably check in a little bit. See how you're doing. If y'all are interested, my brother right now, I think he's playing Fallout New Vegas, and he's also playing a couple other games. Like he does Farm Simulator, which is actually pretty interesting, believe it or not. So you should check out Daiwanawanka Gaming too, if you're into games and such. But thank you for the lurk. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Thanks, bro. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. So it just for the amount of space that I have, it's actually better to just stretch because I've got a nice big wall here, thankfully. So just putting the canvas on the wall, painting it, and then stretching it later when it's convenient. That tends to work for me. So yeah. All right. So this is kind of what we got going on so far now. Again, it's just the base of the painting. But we've got some nice stuff going on in the water down here. Got a nice sky. This is a little grayer than I want to be, which is why we're going to do another pass at the sky. We're also going to like re-stretch this corner so that these wrinkles are out. But that'll be next time. And then down here we're going to have like a little beach cutting in on the corner. Actually, I should probably... Just over here we're going to have a beach cutting in on this corner. But yeah, this is what we got so far. And it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited to see where this goes. But for now, what we're going to do is I'm going to put you down there. You can see this wall that I got to repaint whenever it is that we move out of here, because I'm sure my landlord will not appreciate having all this paint on the wall. Acrylic paint is harder to wash off of walls, so just keep that in mind. You can do it, it just takes a little bit more elbow grease. Okay. Alright, let's find somebody to raid, shall we? Who else is doing art here? Let's see if we can find somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of viewers. Oh, y'all get to see the funny faces I make when I'm scrolling the internet. Let's see. Let's search English and traditional art. Yeah. Wait, where did that go? Bob Ross. You have someone online? Oh, yeah, feel free to drop their name in the chat and we'll go raid them. Yeah. Yeah. Cuz I wasn't finding anybody, so yeah, feel free to drop them in the chat, and we'll go send them a raid. Bob Ross. It's funny. I've said it before that I. Oh, okay, fair enough. I'll search that though. Do, do, do. Ah, okay. It looks like they're playing a game right now. Yeah, it looks like she's playing a game. Yeah, Global Game Jam 2022. Is Bob Ross dead? Yeah, he died in the 90s. I think 1994, 1993, something like that. Yeah. I believe he died not too long after his wife died. Unfortunately. But, yeah. Oh, there's someone here with 7 viewers. They just got new art supplies. They're painting a dude in a tub right now. Yeah, let's go. Let's do that. Let's do that. That sounds... Okay, y'all, we're going to go raid someone by the name of Calico Kitties. Let's see if my raid command works this time. Because it wasn't working yesterday. Invalid raid target channel. I don't understand why the raid doesn't work in here anymore. But that's fine. We will go to my stream manager and we'll put in the raid command from there. Alright. We're going to go raid Calico Kitties. So, with all that, I hope that you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us today. But his soul rages on in the afterlife. That's right. That's right, it does. But yeah, I hope you all have a... thank you, Ulrich. I hope you all have a wonderful week coming up. And hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever that entails. And yeah, we will see you. The next art stream will be Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, no problem. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. So that'll be the next art stream, and then the next gaming stream is going to be Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see you all next time. And let's all go say hello to Calico Kitty, shall we? All right. Have a good one, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you next time.